Welcome back to Daybreak Live, final half hour of the show on this Wednesday morning, the first day of December, 39 degrees in downtown Sylacauga, and Safe Southern Dance and Performing Arts Company with another presentation coming up here in town, Christmas Angels, an original ballet, and to talk about that is J. Patrick Mcdonald, the musical theater instructor, and also Gina Sumners, who I guess, Gina, this would be your baby right here, right?
It is. It is. The idea came as a child. My sister and I would pretend and play where we were getting ready for the Christmas season. And this
I used to do that too.
Yes,
you know?
Exactly. And then this whole concept came out of that. The story never left. I developed it, and she long forgot about it. And then in '07, Michael W. Smith wrote a Christmas album that fit this ballet perfectly. And so therefore I held it in my heart and held it in my notes. And then when we joined with SAFE, I asked Margaret Morton, would this be something that they would be interested in seeing happen in the city of Sylacauga? And as in Margaret Morton fashion, she said go with it. And she's a big visionary. She has a heart for the city. And this story helps foster children.
Oh, wow.
And so we're very excited about how we've come together with the DHR in Talladega, and the funds or proceeds go towards buying coats for every foster child in Talladega County.
Wow. You know, Michael W. Smith's a great artist too.
He is.
Yeah.
He's a maestro.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Patrick Mcdonald is with us this morning as well, and talk about this more in depth, the Christmas Angels. When is it going to be, and what's it about, a little bit more?
Christmas Angels Ballet is going to be presented on December 12th, one show only at Sylacauga High School, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Sunday afternoon. Just skip the nap, come. You will
Yeah.
you will be much richer for it. It is a great show. It's I think our third annual one that we've done, and it transports you to another place, and it is a fabulous show to watch.
Nothing like Christmas, is it? Wow, that's a great time of the year. Now, where do you get tickets for this one?
Tickets can be purchased at sdpac.net. That's sdpac.net. There's a big link right at the top of the page, or if you're looking at your phone, you may have to scroll one screen down to find those buttons. But just click on the button and you can buy as many tickets as you want to this.
Wow. Gina, in depth more about Christmas Angels.
The story begins with 6 orphans that have nowhere to go. It's Christmas Eve.
You know what? Let me just inject this. This is a real life story.
It really is.
Happens.
It is, and it's very heartfelt because the little children. Children's are so innocent, and when you portray children when they don't have provisions, it sort of tugs at those heartstrings to actually, what can I do during this time? And so what happens is there's festivities that are going on right in front of them, in front of JC's toy store, and there's a tree lighting ceremony and little angels that come and perform out in front of the store. But when it's all over, they're left alone, and their benevolent angels show up to transport them to another time and place, because sometimes the festivities of Christmas and the commercialization of Christmas can get in the way of the real meaning behind Christmas. And that's what this story is about. They actually transport them to the first Christmas, where they actually see the nativity, and then the whole second scene is all about telling the story of who that baby is in that manger and why that is important to them. And then near the end, they are able to receive a token, almost as us giving in our giving project, which is called Wrapped in Love. They are wrapped in clean white new cloaks, but then yet they go back to reality. And you have to come and see what happens after that, what happens to the orphans after that.
Wow. Patrick, I know you're excited about this event.
I am. I look forward to it every year.
Now, who are some of the characters that are going to be involved in this one?
Well, I would like to say that this year we have our first male orphan, and it happens to be Patrick's son, Nathan, and he is so precious. He's a precious young man, but he has studied and taken classes, and he has earned this place. Every child that is selected as an orphan has been handpicked, and because we felt like that they could add to that character. But we have shepherdesses in this. We have, like I mentioned, benevolent angels. We have little performing angels. We have heralding angels. We have innkeeper's daughters, which is a little different angle. You've never thought about the stable keeper having to clean the stables, and he sends his daughters in, and they discover what's going on inside the stable. And then there's the evergreens, because the song says, and heaven and nature will sing. Well, they also dance. So we have evergreens that are dancing. And so we've got shooting stars that dance with the Star of Bethlehem. And oh goodness.
How many characters are there?
Well, there's several, and because we have a role for every class that we have at the studio, so before they even enter into Bethlehem, there's little penguins and snow people and reindeer that dance, and they do these little silly antics and to prevent the dancers from going to Bethlehem, which is the form of Christmas festivities can get in the way of
what age group is this?
Oh, we go all the way from 3-year-olds up
wow.
to 18-year-olds.
Well, that's
We've got
wonderful.
some adults in it too. We have some adults, like adults that are non-dancers, so we have non-dancer roles as
I'd
well.
be one of those. Patrick, where is this going to be held at?
At Sylacauga High School,
Okay.
2 o'clock on December 12th, Sunday, December 12th. So we invite everybody to come out and see the show.
And you can get your tickets at various locations and come celebrate the spirit of Christmas with angels guiding children from hardship to future full of hope and love. So get your tickets for that. One show only, and I'm sure that'll be a sellout because everybody loves Christmas, right?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
They do.
Patrick, you got something else going on too. What else we got going on the table?
We do. This is a busy month for us. Even while we're performing one show, we're always preparing for the next. And so on Thursday and Friday of this week, that's the 2nd and 3rd of December, we will be auditioning for our next main stage musical that is called Big Fish. We'll be auditioning at the Southern Dance and Performing Arts studio on North Broadway Street. And we invite anybody who's interested in auditioning, whether you want to talk about a role on stage or backstage, to sign up for an audition. Again, the sign up, you can go to the Sign Up Genius link on sdpac.net. Click on that button to register for the auditions and come in. We'll talk with you. We'll find out what your gifts are and where you might fit into this musical. But don't feel like you have to have a ton of experience. Most of our actors for each show are in it for the first or the second time.
Wow. It's got to make you feel good to have your son participating in Christmas Angels this year. Has he done some stuff before?
He is a student at the dance studio. Okay. He absolutely loves dancing, and he started off with just one class, and now I'm not sure how many classes he's taking. He's always there.
Yes. And to mention he's got 3 sons, but his older middle son, I would suppose, yes, he's playing our Joseph.
Okay.
We have a Mary and a Joseph, and they're of course, non-speaking, because ballets are non-speaking. You use your body to tell the story, and so they are there as well. But the centerpiece is, of course, baby Jesus and the story behind that.
The magic of Christmas, and to put all this together, you've got to have a theme, and you've got to have the music that mixes with it as well. Talk about the music.
The music, I knew I had the roles, I had the parts, I had the story, but I had no music. And I will say to you that I prayed for, Lord, show me music, even if it was just random pieces that fit together to make this. But, when Michael W. Smith put this out in 2007, this, and I bought it. I love, this was before iTunes and such, so you had to buy the CD. I would listen to songs in the car, and I had this CD, and I was like, oh, that song is fabulous. Oh, that sounds like this number. Oh my! And there's 11 songs on this CD, and every single song is used there to fit the entire ballet. It was as if God orchestrated that album, and for Him to put it out just for this. If anything, it was for this.
Yeah. When you put a project like this together, or a big fish, either one, it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of money to put it together. How can people, Patrick, plug in helping financially?
Well, we absolutely, I realized yesterday was Giving Tuesday, but it's not too late. We're always accepting donations. There are opportunities to provide scholarships for students in the dance program who may not have the financial means to be able to afford the very, very reasonable prices we charge for classes. But we also are always accepting donations, looking for partners in the community to help us put on these shows. I know that if they call Southern Dance and Performing Arts, that they can tell them about all the packages. I don't have those memorized because there are so many different options. But it's a way to get your word out, a way to get the word out about your business, as well as a way to support arts that are doing something here in Sylacauga. Because they'll be on the playbills, and with enough of a donation, they're on the posters and the big banners that we put up all over town. So we love our partners because they are the ones who enable us to go on stage, because most of the cost of the show is borne before you sell the first ticket. We've got to get all of these things lined up. All the licenses and everything have to be done months in advance.
And they just don't take your word for it. You need to go ahead and pay for all that.
A contract is a contract, and sometimes you have to put the money up first.
Yeah.
And that's the way it is with this, so that they know we're serious.
Christmas Angels, an original ballet choreographed by Gina Sumners and presented by Southern Dance and Performing Arts, a program of Sylacauga Alliance for Family Enhancement. It'll be Sunday, December the 12th, 2 o'clock, one show only, 701 North Broadway in Sylacauga. Now, before we go, we're doing a thing on our station during the Christmas season that's called Traditions of Christmas. What was a traditional Christmas thing that you guys did at home?
Well, we always play acted, of course, as children, and we always, my mom would let us decorate. We did the decorating, my sister and I did. I think that's where a lot of our creativity came from. And then, of course, we had the traditional meal together and getting up Christmas morning and seeing what Santa brought you. And there was always this, this mystery of giving and receiving, and that's really what this story was birthed from, because the simple basic story was there was an angel and there was a child that had no one, and we would take turns being that character, and it was always giving and receiving. So that's what that was really birthed from, and I consider this a tradition that we hopefully will be doing for years to come, and get that a sentiment out to our community that there are ways to give, and you receive, when you're a giver.
Yeah, I know that about it. Patrick, what about you?
The thing I remember most about growing up is on the bookending weekends of Christmas, no matter when it happened, we would go to each of my grandparents' houses, and I feel really fortunate that I knew all 4 of my grandparents, and we would see our family, and that was the highlight of my Christmas. What was under the tree was really secondary, because I absolutely loved getting together with my family. We haven't done it in years because my grandparents have passed now, and so we really are trying to build that kind of tradition for our kids as well, so that they have those memories going forward of being with their grandparents on holiday, on Christmas, and actually spending time with them and getting into the excitement of the season.
All right, Gina, one more time, capsule the program Christmas Angels coming up on December 12th.
Christmas Angels is a great opportunity to, like you said, celebrate the season, but also to be able to give to the community and support the community and be a part of a community that loves and tends to and wants to care for foster children.
Okay, and tickets are available, and one show on at 2 o'clock.
Yes.
Patrick, what about Big Fish?
Big Fish, sign up for those auditions. We need people on stage. We want people on stage. And because this is part of our musical theater program, we are teaching people how to act. We're teaching people how to do those roles. So don't be afraid if you've never done it before, even if it terrifies the living daylights out of you. If it's something that you think you might want to do, we can help you get through even those nerves. So I would encourage everybody to go out that wants to go out, sign up, and come and audition with us over the next couple days.
All right, sounds good. Thank you both for coming this morning.
Thank you so much, Jimmy.
We've got more Daybreak just ahead.